welcome to Restored by Polish, where we talk about how polish helps us with our overall mental and physical well-being. I'm Krista.
I'm Jacqueline.
So before we even get started today, let's just kind of preface it with my life is nuts right now. And so
it's her turn now.
It's my, well, exactly. I mean, like to the nth degree. So, you're going to see us in the same outfit for quite a few weeks.
Yeah, because we're trying to get these taken care of.
Exactly, because I'm going to be gone for a while. So, so we're going to have to just go deal with it, roll with it, whatever. So just, this is what you're
no
seeing.
Judgment, please.
Exactly. So anyway, that's where we're at that.
I'm not wearing a sweatshirt though. Look,
That's
I'm wearing
true.
a cute sweater.
I know, but the fact is that it's May what, and we're wearing long sleeve because it's
cold today.
Freezing outside again.
Mine's a spring sweater.
Yeah, it is a spring sweater. I know. I'm trying to wear like springy kind of whatever. I don't know. It's, you would think, and we've had a few days now where it's been 84, like 3 days ago. And now it's like 56.
Yeah, it's making up its mind.
It's just stupid.
Swinging all over the place.
And everything's about a month late too. Like finally everything's blooming.
Yep.
You know, but usually it blooms in April, and it's like
beautiful though.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, everything's all colorful. All right, so this video today we're going to be doing May birthstone. So we're doing emerald.
And I already have a name for my emerald polish.
No, you already have a name for it, but you already have a polish, right?
I do.
So she made a polish, and you have a name. What's the name?
Raimey.
Oh, is she May? I didn't
She's
realize
May.
that. Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
my girl.
Nice. So this is Jacqueline's daughter-in-law, and she's also the little helper. She works for Restored by Polish as well. So that's awesome.
I actually call her my daughter-in-love.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. That's cute. Okay, so emerald. So, you know, we're going to be talking again, like we've done in the past with our other birthstone series, about what emerald represents and kind of the history, which is sort of fun. And then we're going to be looking at some emerald polishes. And it's, once again, there's sort of a continuum of green, right? Yeah.
Yep,
so some of it is a little brighter. Some of them can be a little bit darker. And also just even in one stone, just depending on how you look at it.
Right. I tried to capture that in my polish.
Okay, that's cool.
Like the dark, the light, the nuances.
Right.
So we'll see if I did okay.
And emeralds are they're just kind of tricky because like some of them can be like super clear and crisp, and others are more solid or more
muddy looking.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just kind of an interesting stone. So, all right, well, let's get the camera turned around and we'll look at these emerald polishes.
Okay.
Okay, so just like we typically do, I'm going to share the polishes. We're going to swatch some, and Jacqueline's going to read to us some fun facts about
Oh, that's right.
emerald.
I have to pay attention.
You have to pay attention, that's right. Okay, so the first one. So we talked about this. Some emeralds can be very bright, very light colored green, and some are very rich and very dark. And actually, Jacqueline's going to hit on that and why that occurs. So we're going to start off with a really kind of bright emerald green rather than the rich dark one. And this is one of my favorites. This is a very, very squishy jelly green, though. This is from LA Color, and it's called Mint. It takes a little bit to build this one up because it is so squishy and jelly. All right, so here comes this. Oops, I had a cap that decided it wasn't coming off with the brush. There we go. So yeah, all right. So tell us about what's the first thing we know about emeralds.
There's a lot of things we can learn about emeralds. It says on this site that I'm reading from, the meaning of May's birthstone has positive connotations throughout various cultures, making this gemstone revered across the world. It's a symbol of unconditional love. Interesting. I thought that was diamond. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So now emerald is a sign of, or a symbol of love. Interesting. Unconditional love. Okay, interesting. Anything else about cultures revering it?
Hinduism associates the color green with heart chakra, making the emerald a symbol of the heart and universal love.
Oh, so it does. Again, yeah. That's interesting. Wow.
And also, love symbology is mirrored in Roman mythology, where the emerald is linked to the goddess Venus, the goddess of love.
The goddess of love.
It's all points to love.
So I guess we were all wrong when we said green with envy.
That's funny, you're right.
All right, let's go a little bit deeper. And this one I think is more of that deeper blue toned emerald. This is one of my favorite Julie G's. Julie G doesn't make polishes anymore, but this is called Mistletoe from their textured line. They always say you're not supposed to use top coat for full effect. So yeah, this is going to dry textured. I always top coat it. I think they sparkle more, but I could be wrong, but that's just how I look at it. So I don't know. All right, tell us something else. What else do we know?
It's a combination of beryllium, chromium, and vanadium. It's where the three of those intermingle.
Right.
And the most well-known emeralds come from South America.
So there's a few stones that are beryl based.
Correct.
Right. So like morganite, aquamarine, they all come from like the beryl stone, but there's like a certain combination of chemicals that in beryl that will make it become
chromium is green.
Yeah. Right.
So that's where the
that's
green
why,
color comes from.
That's why, because the other beryl stones don't have the chromium in it.
That one almost looks black.
It's not.
It's dark. It's very dark.
It's not. It's green.
It looks green now, but it's first glance compared to the other one.
Wow, that's green. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so that's the third one is going to be the one that Jacqueline made, which is Raimey. So, and this one's also going to be one of those brighter ones and a little bit of the, well, tell us about it. It's got a little bit of...
Well, I was trying to get the like sparkle facety looking with the dark and the light. So we'll see how it all turns out on the nail.
Yeah, I can see in the bottle where you can see somewhere it's dark, it's sparkling, and then there's the light is where you have... Is it like a gold shimmer or like what do you have in there? Aurora shimmer?
I don't know what I have in there. No, I have a... It's a green teal shimmer. Actually.
Oh, interesting. Gold. So it just changed on there.
Oh, there are some microflakes with a little tinge of gold.
Oh, it's pretty.
But I was going for... Yeah.
So, yeah, what were you going for?
The deeper.
Well,
the both.
Yeah.
I wanted it all.
Yeah.
So I'm going for like the more yellow toned emeralds.
Yeah.
Instead of the bluer tone.
Right.
But also sparkly and deep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just kind of
beautiful.
spoke to me.
Oops, I just...
Well, and Raimey picked that one. She's like, that's the one. And it's Raimey. So she got to pick.
Excellent. I like it. Because when you say pick that one, it's because they had a few prototypes going, right?
Maybe 6 or 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the one that Raimey
we had a
liked.
fun nail polish day.
I made a mess out of this, so I was waiting for you to jump in there and give me another emerald factoid.
Emeralds grow in a hexagonal shape. That's interesting.
Very interesting, yes.
And let's see what else is there. That's what you were saying. The emeralds, aquamarines, and morganite are made from beryl stone.
Right. Yeah, they all come from the same.
It's the chromium and the vanadium that make the emerald green.
Right. So it's chromium and vanadium that make it, become green instead of like aquamarine or whatever. Yeah. So interesting. So, and hexagonal. That's what you said? They grow hexagonal?
Yeah.
I know, that's so strange, right?
Yeah.
Like, what would make something grow with 8, or what is it, hexagons, 5 sides? That's kind of weird. 6 sides. 6 sides, I can remember, that's right. Pentagon, maybe 5, right?
Yep.
Okay, my next one is going to be the classic. It's a classic. Zoya Merida. This is another really rich green. This is their scattered holographic. So now we're going into the really, really deep, dark emeralds, the richness of the, when you look at it at certain angles, you'll see that deep green for an emerald. All right, what else do we know about?
Well, in that vein, that emerald is a rich dark green color. It says here that emeralds range in shade, with the more valuable ones being darker green and the less valuable ones being pale.
Oh, interesting.
And then if they're too pale, they're not even considered an emerald. They're considered...
What are they called if they're too pale?
It was somewhere else in here. I read it, but I don't know where it went. If I find it.
Okay. Interesting. So...
Light green beryl.
Oh, light green. That's what they call it.
It's called a light green beryl.
If it's too light, it's called a light green beryl and not even an emerald. I wonder who gets to decide that. I wonder if they have like a color gradient or something. They're like, oh, nope, you don't, you don't make it. So... Interesting. I guess I would like to, maybe I'll flash it if I can find a picture of what light green beryl looks like so that we might know what the difference is. I don't know, I'll have to Google that and see what it looks like.
Okay.
All right, last one, and this one has some other colors in it here. One of my favorite new greens. I don't have a green flaky, so this is my first green flaky, and this is from BCB Lacquers, and I got it in PPU and this past October. It was Sidekicks. It's called See, You Missed Your Mock Window, and I just think it's the perfect
That one is emeraldy.
Yeah, that
one's the best one, I think.
You think so? Yeah, out of all of them?
Maybe.
If I can get it open. It does have some other flakies in it, though, so...
You'll see?
Yeah, so it...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so it's a little different, but it definitely has the emerald in there, so... All right, what else do we know about?
Where they can be found?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Colombia, India, Austria, Brazil, Pakistan, China, Norway, Russia, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, the United States, and Canada.
There's actual mines in all of those places?
That's what it says. Emerald mines can be found.
And where does the best emeralds come from?
Colombia.
The Colombia emeralds.
Because they have a low iron content, giving them a green color with a slight blue hue.
Interesting. So there you go, guys. If you're in the market for an emerald, you want a Colombian emerald because they're supposedly the best emeralds.
And they typically have fewer inclusions.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Well, let's
do second coats.
Yeah, pause and we'll come back and see what they look like. All right. So we're back. We did subsequent coats on here. Just, you know, kind of wrap things up here. We did have a couple other little factoids. We just found out that emeralds are like a sign, or used to have successful love.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, they kind of said that
was keep people from being unfaithful. It was
interesting. Exactly. Yeah. And then what was the other cute thing about Cleopatra?
It had a special spot among royalty. It's believed that Cleopatra had an affinity for emeralds and used them in her jewelry.
So that's interesting. And I feel like every time I've watched a movie with Cleopatra, she always seems to have emeralds on. So maybe that's just...
This one's interesting.
What's that?
The famous crown of the Andes, created to adorn a statue of the Virgin Mary, contained 450 emeralds.
Wow. Can you imagine 450 emeralds? Oh, and we also read, the other thing that's really cool is they said that it's really easy to spot a fake emerald because a fake emerald, so real emeralds will always have inclusions. So if you've ever seen somebody claim it's an emerald and it's completely flawless, then it's probably fake. It's probably more lab created or something like that. Right. Okay, let's look at these polishes. All right, emerald polishes. This first one is LA Colors Mint. I did do 3 coats on that one because it's kind of a squishy jelly. And the second one is Julie G's Mistletoe. No top coat. It's got, I always feel like that one and Zoya's Merida, which is this one over here, look kind of similar.
They do.
Yeah, right.
This one's a little
more chunky.
Chunkier.
Yeah, and if you put the glitter grabber on it, it would probably kind of, I don't know. Anyway, the middle one, which is called Raimey, which is Jacqueline's newest creation. And of course, we just talked about Zoya's Merida. And then the last one is from BCB Lacquers, which is called See You, Mr. Mock Window. Look at this wheel. If you're a green lover.
Yeah, and I am.
You're like, you should be drooling. Are you drooling?
Like it all.
Yeah, you're drooling over there, right? So pretty. Excellent. Okay, and hopefully I will have flashed up some pictures of some different colored emerald gemstones. If you have any questions or comments about emeralds or these polishes, please leave them below. Thank you for joining us today. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.